Uncle Jobs and that who talking Black Power family. What up? It's your brother in Google. Now you see R&M. Tune in once again to R&M RBG TV family. You know we keep it G. Today we're gonna discuss a very serious topic, man. Something I call that's on the topic lines of historical relevance, right? I.e., as you can see on the screen, we talk about interracial couples, interracial dating relationships, whatever the case may be. Again, the relevance of history, because people just don't get it. They deny history. They dismiss history. Meanwhile, it's just like that physics example that I always give. If something is in motion, it will continue in motion at the same rate, same speed, same direction, until met with an equal or greater oppositional force to deter that speed, rate, and direction. Look at where we are right now, family. Look at what we've been going through, family. Look at the consistent rate of what we've been doing, family. Once was forceful. Now it's willingly giving ourselves away. So with that being said, family, walk with me the way I walk with you. You know how we do. This is R&M RBG TV. This is your brother in Google. Now you see R&M. Again, we talking about historical relevance, fam. I'll get with you in a minute. Uncle Jobs and that who talking on Black Power family. What up? It's your brother in Google. Now you see R&M. And once again, you're tuned into R&M RBG TV. And you know we keep it G. We're on Uncut Common Sense for the common people, dealing with some common issues, trying to get those common solutions. So here we go. So all in together now, family, say nice, hot, and proud. What's the method, the motto, the mantra, motivation, and the madness? You already know what I'm bringing to the table unapologetically. So here we go. You already know that the answer is black love, because black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. All right. So today's topic, we're talking on the topic of historical relevance. Why history is very valid, why history is needed, why history is necessary, and why it should not be dismissed, overlooked, or whatever the case may be, mocked, whatever. It should be taken seriously, right? Now, the reason why it should be taken seriously is because it's just that serious. It needs to be taken seriously. Don't get it twisted when you hear the word history and think it has strictly to do with the past. Well, guess what? History is threefold, right? Yes, it is your past, based on what has happened, back, took place way back when, whatever the case may be. It affects your present, that what you're in right now. Your past does affect your present, which also leads to your future. Now, I'm going to say it like this, like I said in the very beginning of this video. Going back to that classic physics example. If an object or an entity or whatever the case may be is in motion, right, at a given rate, a given speed, a given direction, it will remain just that, in that same direction, that same rate, that same speed, all the way up until it is met with an equal or greater oppositional force to change or halt that object or entity. It's just that simple. Now, we're dealing with the same situation when you're dealing with black people in America. 3Ks, don't get it twisted. Of course, I could talk about this worldwide, but we're going to do it right here, right now, right? The stuff that we're dealing with up in our face, right here, right? One of the major things, first and foremost, before I even go there, before I even say what I'm about to say, we're just going to go hold this up here right now, get this out the way. If you've been walking with me long enough, you already know this is the premise that I'm standing on, why I'm bringing it out, and how much of a safety precaution this is for everybody on the planet. You understand? You have to remove your emotional thoughts. You have to remove your biased thinking, your programmed thinking nonetheless, right? Get that out your head before you step to this right here. Because again, if you do not, you're not going to even understand what this is. And and once that happens, then all the kind of drama and everything else will follow. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, right? But when it comes to dealing with the whole race first thing, again, you don't realize how much of a safety precaution that really is for each and everybody. You do your thing, you do your thing, you do your thing, you do your thing, because we damn sure gonna do our thing, and we're gonna be good in it just as much as you should be good in it in yours. But the minute things cross lines, the minute folks cross boundaries and encroach on other people's just territory, for the lack of a better phrase, antagonistically, etc., 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 through the jealousy, rage, envy, etc., etc., whatever the case may be, the minute you violate that order, the minute you violate that line, now we have a problem, now we have a chaos, now we have strife. So again, race first is very much necessary for each and everybody. Asians for Asians, Hispanics for Hispanics, Europeans for Europeans, East Indians for East Indians, and damn sure Africans for Africans. Period. Period. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing racist about that at all, because at the end of the day, show the systematic effects negatively on how that would be negative for anybody. It would not. It would be, once again, a safety measure. So, dealing with historical relevance, we're going to talk about the biggest topic of the day, if you will, on a personal note, as well as in society at large, right? And now, if you're paying attention to society or whatever, from your advertisements, your TV, radio, magazines, whatever the case may be, spoken word from person to person, everyday society life, right? You should know that there's a major, biggest push more than ever in history for this whole interracial stuff, right? Why is that? Why is that? Family, we're going to talk about that, because best believe I got some notes and I'm thinking and I'm writing some more stuff as we go down, because we're going to cover this thing. We're going to cover this thing, because this is a serious topic that, folks, we need to stop running from. We need to stop buck dancing and bullshitting around, man. We need to deal with it once and for all. Face the facts for what it is. Face your fear for what it is, if you will. Reprogram your thinking so you can walk right. Or should I say talk right first, because you already know what you think, you speak, you walk, and what you walk is what you're going to pass on. Look around, see what you've been getting. So, with that being said, family, what I want you to do, before we even get any further, I want you to sit back and listen to the words of the late, great Dr. John Henry Clark. Listen to what he talks about when he's talking about why history is so relevant, and which is going to lead into our entire discussion today, dealing with interracial relationships, marriages, etc. Sit back, stay tuned, man. Once again, you tune in to R&M or BG TV. It's your brother in Google. Now you see R&M. You know I ain't playing, man, when it comes to certain things, and this is one of the things I ain't playing with. Serious. Get back with me in a minute. We're going to talk. Again, watch the clip. Dr. John Henry Clark, you up next, man. Break it down to him on what the purpose of history is. In a minute.
History is a clock that people use to tell their political and cultural time of day. It is also a compass that people use to find themselves on the map of human geography. History tells of people where they have been and what they have been, where they are and what they are. Most important, history tells a people where they still must go, what they still must be. The relationship of history to the people is the same as the relationship of a mother to her child. So I went to a lawyer that I worked for before and after school. I can still remember his name, Gag Steiner, and I asked him for a book about my people in early world history. He says, I'm sorry, John, that you came from a people who have no history. My mind would not accept that. I continued to search. Finally, I got to meet Arthur Schomburg.
Arthur Schomburg, mentor to 2 generations of African-American scholars. The legacy of this Puerto Rican-born historian is the world's definitive institution of its kind, Harlem's Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture.
I went down the 135th Street Library. He was on the 3rd floor. And I asked, very humbly, asked the librarian, do you know anybody who would give me a letter to see Arthur Schomburg? And she said very sharply, impatiently, because she was short of help, you just have to walk up 3 flights. I walked up 3 flights, and there Arthur Schomburg was holding down the desk, being 18 and rash. I wanted to know the history of the African people of the world, henceforth, right now, within the hour, his lunch hour, all of it. He said, sit down, son. what you are calling African history and Negro history are the missing pages of world history. Then he said, son, go study the history of your masters. Go study the history of the people who enslaved you and find out why they found it a necessity to remove an entire people from the respectful commentary of the history of the world. I studied European history and world history. Now, when I went back to Schomburg with some knowledge of background of European history, now he began to show me how to study African history.
Slavery is a deplorable notion. One person owning another is just not acceptable in today's world. But history bears out the ugly truth of rich, white plantation owners in Southern America owning black Americans and treating them with harsh physical punishments if they went against the owner's wishes. However, those television documentaries and references in history books seldom explore the very personal horrors faced by those who were enslaved some 2 centuries ago. Here are some instances where slaves were forced into extreme sexual behaviors and reproducing children to replenish the number of slaves solely for the benefit of their masters.
Gotcha.
Number 1. Slave women were subjected to many sexual improprieties. Among them were violations by their masters and their sons, forced matings, and arranged marriages. Number 2. Historian E. Franklin Frazier said stockmen were weighed and tested before being put into a room with young women to mate for the purpose of bearing children. Number 3. By the end of the 18th century, the breeding of slaves was a common practice. Laws were changed so the public could view slaves as things instead of people, so the owner could do with them as he wished.
It ain't changed.
Slave owners even began believing that slavery was grounded in the Bible.
It ain't changed.
Number 4. American slaves in 1860 were worth $4 billion, which was far more than the $228 million worth of gold and silver circulating back then. Even the value of southern farmland, $1.92 billion, did not amount to the worth of the slaves. So for the owners, their slaves were worth everything to them.
How much are we
Number
worth
5.
today?
The mortality rate among slaves was very high, so their owners would often encourage or force them to have children. Even at the age of 13, females were expected to begin having children to replenish the slave stock. They were expected to have 4 or 5 children by the age of 20. They were often encouraged by their owners to do this with the promise of freedom. Number 6. Female slaves who did not cooperate with their owners to bear children for them would be subjected to many and various punishments, both mental and physical. Number 7. In some instances, the females who bore children for their owners were given gifts, including extra clothing, the withdrawal of any harsh treatment, and sometimes, if their quota was met, freedom.
Look at today.
Number 8. Women who did not or could not bear children would not be given any breaks or rewards that were given to mothers, and they would do the same work on the level of men. Number 9. If a woman was deemed infertile, she would sometimes be separated from her family, and owners would sometimes split up married couples and require them to choose new partners. Number 10. Male slaves at the age of 15 were inspected to see if they could breed well. If it was deemed that they could not, their testicles would be castrated. Over the course of 5 years, each young male was expected to get at least 12 female slaves pregnant. According to the slave narratives, a male slave named Bert was said to have fathered over 200 children. Number 11. Plantation owners would often take the pretty female slaves and put them to work in the household. But if the owner showed affections or gave favors to the pretty girl, his wife would subject her to torture. If the pretty slave bore a child, the owner's wife would behead that child. Number 12. To provide entertainment for his friends, the plantation owner would sometimes arrange orgies among the male and female slaves. His friends would be allowed to join in them. Number 13. A slave wife could never be faithful to her husband, as most owners demanded she have affairs with other men, nor was she allowed to remain pure or virtuous. Number 14. Some male slaves were purchased by their owners solely by the size of their penis, and the black men were often raped by their gay slave owners. This process was called breaking the buck. And finally, number 15. Not all owners abandoned the children they fathered with female slaves. Some would provide them with education and money, and some owners even set free their mistresses and mixed-race children.
Alright, family, once again, you are still tuned in to RNMRB GTV. It's your brother in Google, Naisi RNM. And once again, we are still talking on the topic of historical relevance, subcategory, dealing with this interracial relationships, racial dating, etc., etc., etc. Now, I'm going to show you how this thing all jumped off, if you will, the reason why I'm bringing this up. First and foremost, big ups to Black Power to my wife, Lady Tara. You something special, shorty, because you have this one post. This is funny, because of course you already know this internet world, whatever, makes people emotional. And she just did that. She did that exactly. And it wasn't even planned, right? Case in point, this is what it was. This is the post, right? Caption read, SMH, what are your thoughts? Your thoughts. Which led to an onslaught and barrage of bullshit that you have never or even never even think of coming from. But at the end of the day, when you know what the situation that we're dealing with as far as our mentality and et cetera, lack of our integrity, etc., you can expect that a little bit. But nonetheless, this post pretty much removed the ugly veil of that inner demon that black people have within them that they swear is not there. And that demon, for real, is the suppression of yourself for the elevation of everything outside of you, thinking that's going to make you whole. We call that self-hate, nonetheless. Now, the average person will say, oh, what are you talking about? How can you go there? How can you go there? And this, that, and the third. You're being a hater. You're being a hater of that by mentioning self-hate. How can I be the hater when you deny yourself to embrace somebody else? Now, like I said, you saw the picture, that's what it is. We're going to talk about a couple things that came across my head, if you will, caught my eye. They got me a little curious, if you will. Now, dealing with historical relevance. Why history relevant? Because again, like I said in the very beginning, history is what dictates everything that goes on, past, present, and future. Your past is what sets you up for your present, what has set you up for your present. Your present is that which going to dictate your future, what lead into your future. All based off past events, family. You feel what I'm saying? Again, things change based on what you have experienced. Things change or do not change based on your want to change things for the better and or for the worse, right? Now, dealing with this whole unity trend amongst black people that again, like I said, is dying, and the reality is showing itself, which I'm so excited about. How can we get this black union, black nation, black people, black establishment, etc., 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 black sustenance, when you have the two main pillars, the black man and the black woman, at complete odds? Before, it was a forceful separation. Now, it's a willing separation. We willingly separate ourselves. We willingly offer up ourselves to that of other people's, thinking we're going to get a step ahead, thinking we're getting something better, thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Why? It's very simple, fam. Self-esteem issues. And I'm going to say it just like that. It's a self-esteem issue that's been inherited from past situations, generation to generation to generation. Since things have not been dealt with, since things have not been resolved, since things have not been properly addressed and put on the table so we can remove things properly and accordingly, they get worse, they get worse, they get worse. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger as the generations go by. It's that simple, family. Simple physics. Thinking ain't illegal. Now, one more time, I'm going to show you this picture. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you a picture. So this is it, right? And this is what I put together. Because people don't understand what I was saying. Because I made a comment basically like this. The slave owner has always reproduced with his female product to ensure that he has more and more product to run his plantation. That went over people's heads. They didn't understand what I said, so I figured I'd get the visual. On this side right here, you see what you see on as far as the modern day. Right here is what you see from back in the past. Same situation, ain't shit changed but the year. And people's mentality, or should I say their passiveness with their thinking. Back in the day, it was called forceful rape, etc., 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 to produce more product for that plantation. Now, today, it's called interracial marriage and interracial mating and dating, whatever, because it's legal now. It's the in thing now, whatever. But here's the worst thing about that whole right there. Here's the harsh part about that people do not realize. With this forceful alteration, this willing alteration, if you will, this willing blend, this willing coming together and all this other stuff by way of the whole civil rights mentality, aka integration. You know how that stuff messed us up mentally, because it took away our fight for ourselves. It took away our fight because we wanted to blend in and be the good ones, you know, good old Negro. But anyway, I digress. This is a way of wiping away of history. This is a proper way, if you will. I won't say proper way, but this is a good old way, whether folks want to admit it or not, but this is a way to change history. This is a way to alter history. Because at the end of the day, the more and more and more we blend in and produce offspring and produce products and this, that, and the third, which I'm not shitting on anybody's children, so get that out your head. I'm speaking with common sense, rational thought. Just follow what I'm saying. Stop being so damn emotional. The more we do this, the more we have the ability to not tell the story the right way, so we don't hurt people's feelings due to the mixing. It's not that hard to realize, fam. You are changing the story yourselves by willingly offering up yourselves to reproduce this. And why do you want to reproduce this stuff in this such manner, in the way, in such a high rate that you're going? One, because you're told to by way of the media. Two, because you have poor self-esteem within yourself. And I'm going to say it just like that. And if you got a problem with it, again, that's a gut check that you got to handle. Self-esteem is esteem of yourself. You understand? You want to run and run and run and run and run, but away from yourself, but you can't run fast enough. You cannot run fast enough. It's just like looking at your shadow on a sunny day. You think you're running away, look behind you. It's right there. It's right there. So you might as well bask in it, family. You might as well deal with it. Face it head on for what it is. Now, what is it that we'll have to face on? The simple fact that even in today's time, going into 2007, we are doing exactly what that picture just showed. That black and white picture just showed. We're reproducing, and just like how that clip before was stating, the narration was stating, reproducing more and more product for the sustenance of that plantation, for the gain of that owner or overseer, not to our gain. Yeah, we may get a little crumb here and there, whatever, if we participate and play the game. But what integrity are you standing on? What sustenance of yourself can you really pass on to your next generation? None, because you wiped that away for that of the we are the world, I'm one of the good ones. Thinking that self-love, black love, is something derogatory. Why? Because you have also been taught that time and time again, generation after generation, over and over and over again. Anything that has to do with anything black, anything that has to do with anything sustaining black or loving black, that is a curse for you all. And yes, I say you all because it's unapologetic over here. And I'm really fed up, man, with folks real talk. I really don't care. I really don't care how folks take this one. Because at the end of the day, you have to face this shit for what it is, man. It's not on me. It's not on you. It's on all of us. But at the end of the day, if you're not willing to take the steps necessary to change our situations for the better, do not complain when shit hits the fan for you personally. Because we all know how it is. If it doesn't hit your doorstep, it doesn't bother you. But the minute it comes knocking on your door, now you want the world to pay attention to. That's not how it works, man. It's not how it works. So let's go through these little lists real quick. Like I said, the slave family, right? The white owner, white overseer, whoever the case may be, always got down with his female slave to produce more product. Here it is in today, because we choose not to, because we fail to establish ourselves, get our businesses running up in the proper manner so we can pass on something to our next generation, so they can pass on something to the next generation, etc., 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 right? We have children. Well, first of all, we get with other people. We get with each other. I'm talking about brothers and sisters. We get with each other not out of a genuine care and concern to really build something. We get with each other out of situations. We don't have relationships. We don't have builds and bonds. We have situations that just happen to produce a child. Right? And, of course, we raise them up with the good old mentality. Do what you gotta do. Go to school. Get the good grades so you can get a good job. Translation, let's take it back to an old time favorite. Reproducing so you can have more and more product on that plantation. If we do not own these businesses, these Fortune 500 companies and all that stuff that we filling out these applications for time and time again, who are we setting up? Who are we bigging up? Whose fortune is getting bigger? Yeah, we getting a paycheck. But guess what's coming out of it? All these many different taxes, all these many different fees, and this, that, and third. So again, at the end of the day, the money's going right back to him. The gain is going right back to them. The support and sustenance is going back to them. And we get what's left over, if anything at all. But that's the right thing to do, because that's the American dream, right? That we've been sold. And at the end of the day, it's a dream, because your dumb ass got to be asleep to believe this shit. Wake up. So we've already talked about the self-esteem issues or whatever. You don't want to own up and account for yourself. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing about the whole self-esteem. Watch this. Now I'm gonna tie something in to two things in one. Self-esteem and the "we are the world" syndrome. You don't want to build and be and sustain your blackness for yourself, by yourself, for the benefit of yourself. And when I say yourself, I'm talking about your people, right? On all levels: education, financial, spirituality, religion, health and nutrition, etc. Social living, housing, everything. You don't want to do that. You don't want to set that up, because that takes time, work, effort, genuine strategy, genuine planning. That's too much for a lot of people. So y'all don't want to do that. Right? And even when it comes to the culture and the heritage web, you don't even want to embrace your blackness, let alone saying African. Black is a negative word to black people. Africa and African are negative words to black people. Why? Been brainwashed, mind warped. But that's another topic. But then got the nerve when something is put up on the table, such as interracial relationships, interracial dating, and how splendid and beautiful these mixed families are, and yada, 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 right? I'm going to get into that in a minute. You'll embrace that easily. Oh, we're all African. We're all one people. We're all this. We're all that. Well, guess what? History has shown and proved you incorrect. Look through the pages. Don't matter which page nor what chapter you land on. It's going to prove you incorrect. It's going to prove you incorrect. Science will prove you incorrect. We already know folks don't want to believe science. People go with belief instead of concrete evidence. So we get that. But that will prove you wrong, family. That will prove you wrong, family. Mentalities even will prove you wrong, family. What? How do you not get this stuff? How do you not get this? So again, you won't accept your blackness or your African heritage or whatever in your culture for you to sustain you. But the minute somebody else comes around and basically hit you with the swindle or whatever, now we are all one. We all in together now. We all the world, yada, yada, yada. We all African. That is the most hypocritical, backwards bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Ever, ever, ever. How in the hell can we take that mentality and sustain ourselves for the better generation after generation? It ain't gonna happen. Again, you are rewriting history negatively for yourself, family, and you don't even realize it. You know why? Because you've been swindled, you've been mind warped, and you think it's cool and comfortable because it's the status quo. It's the norm. Norm don't mean right. Legal don't mean right. Like, I'm sorry, but call it what it is, but that civil rights mentality has completely jacked you up to the point where you don't even know what human rights is anymore. You worried about being liked and wanted and this, that, and the third, versus wanting to sustain yourself like how everybody else is. Because watch this. Again, going back to this. Everybody else plays the game but your black ass. Everybody that you want to assimilate into, everybody that you want to play the We Are the World game, they play the game and they sustain, they thrive, and they go on and on and on off of your black back. What part don't you understand? When don't you not realize that? Again, history will show and prove you wrong over and over and over again. This is why history is very relevant to today, especially dealing with this whole interracial stuff, man. It's very relevant. How do you not see this shit? How don't you see it? It's very relevant. Because again, the more you go to blend up, you're weakening I'm going to say it just like that. You're weakening yourself down. You're weakening your mentality down. So what? I don't want to, and I'm sick of hearing this one too. Oh, well, you know we got the dominant gene, so it really don't matter, and this, that, and the third. I'm going to keep it real quick. I'm going to keep it real funky with you. This is just another excuse for you to have sex with outside people other than black folks. Period. That's all it is. That's all it is. That is all it is. You're making an excuse just to go lay down with them. Thinking that you're going to get somewhere, get another stripe, if you will, by laying down with them. Family. Who you fooling? But since we're talking about laying down, guess what? Sisters, let's talk to you real quick. This is who I'm really talking to. Granted, I'm talking to my brothers, but I'm really primarily talking to my sisters because at the end of the day, you all are a big support of this, just like you are a big support of homosexuality. You are a big proponent of this and propeller of this, even if you will. Think about it, fam. Getting with this whole thing, right? Again, history is very relevant. Have you ever heard this phrase right here before? You've never lived until you had sex with a black woman? This is their mentality, fam. Sexual conquest. They not thinking about loving you. They ain't thinking about really taking care of you. They just want to get you some of that sweet black nectar. The whole black of the berry, sweet of the juice, and this, that, and the third. Those were not our words. You heard Tupac say it in the song a couple years back or whatever, but you thought that had something to do with us and how we really thought about. No, it's something that we heard from over and over and over again based on their thoughts of sexual conquest of the black woman, and we just internalize it and try to flip this shit and make it smart and make it better for our advantage, if you will. But guess what? You can't. Just as much as trying to make the word nigga into nigga to make it sound better. It's the same shit. It's derogatory. Face the fact for what it is, fam. Word. Like the whole, you've never lived until you had sex with a black woman. You've never, the black and berry, sweet of the juice. This is how they view you. They view you with drooling mouths. They view you with googly eyes or whatever. All they want to do is get up in you. That's it. Sisters, are you not worth more than that? Furthermore, again, historical relevance. This is why history is relevant. This is why it's necessary. Oh, well, it really don't matter because, you know, we all got European in us anyway, so what's the big deal? How the hell did that happen? Like, again, you people are oblivious to what's going on out here. You people are oblivious to reality. How did this happen? This mixture of the DNA happened, this, that, and the third. How are we walking around with foreign genetics within us? How? This is long before the willing of ourselves, the offering up of ourselves to them. Long before that. How did we get that, fam? Stop being stupid, for real. And I'm saying that out of love, I'm saying that out of respect, but at the end of the day, I refuse to romance anything with y'all. The time has come for, I'm sorry, y'all gotta stop faking the funk out here. Stop romancing things, family. It is what it is. Deal with it. Here's another one. We all heard this one. We all see this one on a daily basis. Oh, I want to have some of those pretty babies. One of those pretty light-skinned babies with the good hair and the good eyes and this, that, and the third. So what are you really saying when you're saying that, family? Which goes back to the self-esteem issue. You do not like yourself. You don't. This is why I say black love is a cure for the black nation, so let's get it. If you cannot take that gut check, look yourself in the mirror and appreciate yourself head to toe, in and out, side to side, and beyond, and want to pass that on, want to reproduce, want to recycle that energy, etc., and make it grow and multiply. Family, you do not like yourself. You're even saying you do not like that which is a reflection of you who came before you, your parents, who gave you that what you have. You're ashamed of that. You're ashamed of them. So therefore, you have to weaken that coffee, if you will. You have to put some cream in your coffee or whatever because it's too goddamn strong for your black ass. Yeah, I said it. What's wrong with what is wrong with making beautiful black babies? What is wrong with a beautiful black healthy relationship between a black man and a black woman to create a black family? Are y'all really that shook? Are y'all really that shook? Because we know why Wazungu, Watuapu Arab, Watu Kachina, Watu Hispania, etc., etc., etc. We know why all our competition feels the way they feel as far as dealing with the union of the black man and the black woman to produce the black child equals the black family. We know what their issue is. We know what their fear is. What is yours, black man, black woman? Which lead the black child to look up at y'all like, what the hell? What is it? Do you not feel that you can create a beautiful baby? Do you not feel that you can create a beautiful family? Are you that depressed within yourself? Are you that downtrodden on yourself? Like Brother Minister Malcolm said, who the hell taught you to hate yourself? Who taught you to hate yourself? Who taught you to hate yourself? This is where it starts really getting interesting now, because you already know. Now, I'm going to say it just like it is. I don't care who feels the way, but now the guard dogs is coming out. The sensitive ones is coming out. Oh, y'all doing this, that, and the third. And these are coming from black people. Majority sisters, but a lot of brothers too, don't get me wrong. So it's pretty, I want to say it's like 60-40 right about now. As far as the defense of other entities and the lack of uplift and appreciation for your own. Oh, y'all worried about this, y'all worried about that, and y'all worried about them, and they look so happy. Y'all should be worried about black on black crime around the neighborhood. Y'all should be worried about black businesses doing this around the neighborhood. It's funny because when I make these invitations to these same black people, loud mouths and all, right? Talk about how much we do not do, to invite them to partake in that which we do. Big up to the UNI ACL 432, you know how we do, right? R&M all BGs out here in the streets, you know how we do, right? Roosevelt Youth Center, you know how we do, right? Etc. When people are invited to these functions, where are they? Crickets. You never hear them. You never see them. They're never around. They don't even communicate with you on that level. Because you know why? Because they're full of shit. They don't want to do with anything of their own. They want to attach themselves to everything that does not want to attach to them. They attach to you by way of leeching, family. You ever seen what a leech does? A leech drains your energy. It drains your blood system. So therefore, it picks them up, it swells them up, they move on to the next host and feed some more. This is what's going on, fam. You don't see this? This has been going on for the last few centuries. You don't see this? You don't see this? You don't see this? I mean, think about it. If black people were so valued in this, that, and the third in the eyes of everybody else, our competition, our Black Wall Streets in Tulsa and Charlotte, and amongst many other places around this land, will be up, running, and thriving with no outside interference, no outside degradation, no outside bombage, outside destruction, none of the above. You know why? Because they would appreciate it. They would see what we were doing. They would appreciate the family-like structure of black people. They would appreciate that. They wouldn't want to separate that by way of the media, by way of the court system, the government at large. They wouldn't want to break that. They would support that. They would pick that up the same way that you silly mofos out there that look like me but don't think like me do to them. You support them, you big them up, all to turn around and shit on your own self in the name of black advancement at that, in the name of we are the world at that, which we will never be. Now, business, trade, and commerce, that's something totally different, though. That's not even really involved on this episode nor in this thought. But when it comes to culture and heritage, that's where the line has to be drawn, fam. And again, it's a safety measure. Safety measure. You do for you, you do for you, you do for you, you do for you. We gonna do for us, and we all can rise, strive, and thrive all, you know what I'm saying, respectively. But the minute you disrespect, the minute you violate, now we gotta talk, now we gotta handle some things because it was unwarranted. This is what's going on, fam. You cross me, I gotta come back at you. It's how it is, give and take, fam. But that's racist, though. Black love is racist, bro. Man. Forgive me, y'all. I know I'm all over the place, but this is just how I'm feeling right now, based on, again, that which I see, read, and experience on a day-to-day basis, fam. You are in fear of yourself because you have been taught to be in fear of yourself time and time again. So much to the point where you believed it. Now, like they always say, if you tell a lie long enough, it will become believable. You have fallen for the lie, fam. And you think the truth is that which is hateful. You think the truth, that which is spiteful. You think the truth, that which is destructive and degrading and all this other shit. Fam, you don't know what the hell truth is. You don't know what the hell truth is. Or any disagreement with anything outside of black, that's ignorant and racist. But if you disagree with black, you already know what it is. Like I said, the whole we are all one, we are all African for convenience or whatever. But you don't want to do it on your own. That's some bullshit. Here's another one. I'm gonna take it to this one level. I rarely even bring up this one, right? Because everybody, you already know, dealing with this whole spirituality and religious thing, right? Everybody, 90% of our people are still stuck within the realm of Christianity. Now, when I say Christianity, of course, I'm talking about all three systems, but specifically that church, right? Turn to your Bible, fam. Go to your Bible. Go to Joshua chapter 23, verses 12 through 13. Read that, and then after that, when you read, please come back to this comment section and tell me what you read. And you tell me what you get from that. Since you all want to uphold this as the most esteemed, holiest word of God, and this, that, and the third, no matter what version you want to come with, I don't give a damn. It's King James, New International, New England, whatever. It doesn't matter. Joshua 23, 12, Joshua chapter 23, verse 12 through 13. Read those two lines, those two verses, and I guarantee you, if you don't get it, you're denying it, because it's right there. The same one that you want to uphold, the same book that you want to uphold as the ultimate word. Well, the ultimate word has just told you what you all are doing is foolish. Gut check. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the author. Get mad at the one who inspired it. Because hey, I'm just a vessel. I'm just flesh. I'm not that higher entity. So don't get mad at me. Gut check. You can't help who you love. Now this is funny. You can't help who you love. That's the biggest line right now. The biggest line of empty rhetoric, right? Oh, you love who you love. Love is blind, and this, that, and third. It is what it is. Who you ever come in contact, that's just who you love. Bullshit. Because you know why I say that? You'll do exactly what you can, everything you can to avoid Ray sisters. You'll do everything you can to avoid Keisha's brother. You'll do everything to get you a white girl, just to say that you got a white girl to avoid Keisha. You do everything that you can to get you a white boy, just to say that you got a white boy to avoid Ray. Fam, so again, you can't help it because you go so hard to do everything else stepping outside of yourself. So I don't want to hear that shit. You can't help nothing, fam. Gut check. I don't give a damn what you got to say. Family, all of this stuff has to do with history, fam. Every last part of it, fam. Time and time again, if you continue to roll your mind wrapped around in shit, it's going to have a shitty mind. You're going to have a shitty thought, and that's nothing less. You're going to speak shitty words and produce shitty actions. And when somebody comes around trying to clean up that mess, you're going to fight that person. You want to get bad with that person. All because we trying to clean your black asses up. But then, when you get so soiled, when you get so rottened out, then you want to, oh, what happened? Where's everybody? And this, that, and the third. The same, we are where we are. Off into the side because you pushed us away. Now, I'm going to say it just like this. You think it's all sweet. Because, again, you're getting a little crumb. And this, that, and the third, whatever. But I say this like I say everybody. Watch what happens when you genuinely get them mad. And I ain't talking about some mad because the house ain't clean or dinner ain't ready, whatever the case be. I'm talking about genuinely piss them off. Reality will show. Reality will show. Family, there is nothing wrong with a healthy black relationship between a black man and a black woman to produce black children. Ultimately, the black nation that all these simple-minded, loudmouth black people love to talk about. Black unity, right? But black love is racist, though. Black love is a problem, though. If it's not big enough something of a blended entity or whatever, which, again, wipes away the slate of history. So you will not be able to tell the story accordingly, probably the way it happened. You know why? Because now you have to account for people's feelings. Truth don't got no damn feelings. Truth is what it is. XYZ happened. It was never resolved. It was never dealt with. It's still on the table. The only thing that has changed is the year. And the overall presentation, if you will, of the same thing. The presentation may be a little bit different, but it's the same thing all over and over again. So again, because we fail to establish ourselves, because we fail to reach in and tap into ourselves and love ourselves, surround ourselves with that loving energy and this, that, and third, so we can survive and sustain and thrive. Every time we bear children, every time we bear fruits, every time we multiply ourselves, if you will, all we're doing is offering ourselves up right back to the same plantation owner that we did back in the day. Same goddamn thing. And I don't want to hear it, fam. You can't tell me I'm making this stuff up. Look around. Again, name the Fortune 500 companies named and run by black people. Name these many businesses around the way, around the neighborhood, ran by black people, hiring black people, putting dollars in black hands. Institution after institution. Name them. Name them. I'll wait. Show me them. I'll wait. So again, every time we reproduce, we go, here you go. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Use them as you will. And when you're done, just send them back, with a little paycheck or whatever and everything, and all is well. This is the mentality that we have, family. And it all goes back to the past. Because the present is affected by the past. Because the past has never been resolved. So if we continue on this course, just once again, like that good old physics exam, the future will be just the same. Only thing different will be changed is the number. That's the only thing that will be changed, is the number. Family, stop being so stupid. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to say it just like that. Stop being so damn stupid. So emotional. Like I said, man, just stop this shit, man. Again, we're going to go here one more time because this picture is just, again, Tara, baby, I love you. You are a beast. Look at both of them. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me make it nice and clear for you. I want you to see this shit. What's the difference, man? What's the difference? What is the difference? What's the difference? Right? That's him. That's him. That's her. All of those people around them growing ups and this, that, and the third, that's these children right here. Again, the story will not be able to be told correctly, accordingly, if folks alter the story. Willingly alter the story. You know why? Because of feelings and emotions. But truth stands and reveals what it is, man. You're looking at the same thing, past and present, fam. Because shit has not changed. 1 was forceful. 2 is willing. Willing. Get a good look. I don't care how y'all feel right now, fam. I do not. Because I do this in love and out of respect. But we have to stop playing stupid. We have to stop being naive. We have to stop playing the get in where we fit in. Because at the end of the day, you get the same results. You have nothing to show for it of yourself. You get a crumb of what they decide to give you. You get treated based on the way they feel like treating you. The history shows and proves for itself. The legislation shows and proves for itself. The attitudes every day shows and proves for itself. So what? You may have 1 or 2 exceptions to the rule. Nobody gives a damn because at the end of the day, it ain't about you on a personal level. It's about us on a collective level. And if you can't get that, you are, again, a perfect product of what they produce, man. Selfish individuals who will work their very hardest for the gain of other people, but for the suppression of themselves because they think they made it. They think the shit has changed because they got a little something. Simple Negroes, man. Stop being stupid, man. Real talk. And again, I say that in love, man. And I know folks won't get upset about this and all that stuff because I said stop being stupid. But at the end of the day, if you continue to do stupid things, you're going to get stupid results. So therefore, again, stop being stupid, fam. Thinking is not illegal. Living black ain't wrong. All in together now. Black love is a cure for the black nation. Damn it, so let's get it. You think I say these words because they sound good. You think I say these words because it's catchy. Wrong. I say these words because it's a life that needs to be lived, fam. It's a life that we did live prior to our interruption. But again, you can't see the prior to the interruption because you're in love with the interruption. You know what we call that, family? Stockholm Syndrome. Please go look it up. Please go look it up. Please go look it up. All right, man. You know what I'm about to do? I'm going to just go ahead and just end it on this note right here, man. Again, until the black man and the black woman get back together, man, to produce strong, healthy black unions, man. Stop talking black nation. Stop talking black familyhood. Stop talking about black uplift, man. Because the more and more and more you, again, give yourself away. And in the process of giving yourself away, I don't give a damn whether you, like I said, whether you verbally say it, I don't like myself and my people, or you silently say it by way of your actions. It's still being said nonetheless. You were showing the disdain for the mother that birthed you. If you came from the womb of a black woman, if you came from the seed of a black man, if you came from the union of a black man and woman together, you are disdaining, you are detesting and showing your overall detestation by way of your own offspring. Reflections and resemblance is very, very, very vital, fam. It's very vital. If I can't recognize myself, I can't function on a certain level. If I can't recognize myself in you and vice versa, we can't function on a certain level. One more time. Not that hard, fam. It's not that hard, fam. It's bigger than, again, oh, I like her, I like him. It's way bigger than that, fam. It's bigger than that, fam. Because think about it. If you really want to be smart about this shit and really think about this on a militaristic level, whatever, they will get one of us to get down with them, all for the purpose of getting us to go at each other, getting you to go at us, so we can go back and forth with you. Meanwhile, they sit back, watch, pull you back into the fold. Okay, we out the fire now. Look at them go. Again, thinking ain't illegal, living black ain't wrong, fam. So again, yeah, this interracial shit is bigger than how you feel. It's bigger than how you feel. Because your feelings will get clouded by your emotions. Your emotions will cloud your judgment, man. If your judgment is clouded, you can't think straight. If you can't think straight, you can't strategize. If you can't strategize, your planning is going to be off. If your planning is going to be off, your execution by default will be off. Do you not see how all of this shit goes hand in hand, fam? So do you not see why we need to have the black man and the black woman back together again? Y'all need to get y'all little petty bullshit differences all cleaned up, because that's what it really is between brothers and sisters. It's petty things. It's not even really major things or whatever. Now, I will say this. If you got a brother and sister that you dealing with or whatever, and they not up to your standard, because it's okay to have standards. It's okay to have standards, brother. It's okay to have a standard when they're dealing with a type of sister. Sister, it's okay to have a standard dealing with a type of brother. If it's not going according to your standard in your program, that what you wish to see to take y'all to higher heights, remove them. Go on. There's more brothers and sisters out here for you to engage with. Just because you deal with one bad situation does not mean all of a sudden, now again, the grass is greener on the other side, fam. Because again, they're sitting back waiting for you to come on over so they can use your black ass against us all. It ain't hard to tell, fam. Get your emotions out of it, man. Get your feelings out of it, man. Look at the strategy, man. This is why I say, man, you gotta respect a gangster, man. Real talk. You gotta respect the gangster of Wazungu, Watu Arab, and all them friends, man. You have to, because again, they observed you for oh so long. They had their eyes on you for oh so long. We were in their radars for oh so long, and they was just plotting, scheming, studying, analyzing, going through the trial and error to the point to where they got us right now. We are a self-sustaining, self-running entity for the benefit of them. But if we were to take that same energy and put it home, bring it back home, family, do you know where we could be at right now? Do you know where we could be at right now? Shit, we probably be building pyramids on the moon. Metaphorically speaking, but nonetheless. But who knows where we could take us, where we could take our potential, where we can make our potential a kinetic type of thing, a real life manifested thing, man. Who the hell knows? But you'll never know. The more and more we offer and waste away our energy giving it to somebody else, thinking we're going to get something beautiful in return. All this equality and justice and all this other stuff that we've been marching for, crying for, begging for, demanding all along, ever since the so-called emancipation. Show me in one instance where we've gotten just that, fam. Hell, name one 40-acre and a mule presentation. Name one. Just to be, for the lack of a better thought, name one. I don't know, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Once again, miss your brother Google Nicely, R&M. You've been walking with me on R&M RBG TV, family. Again, history is very relevant, man. And we dealing with this whole interracial shit. This is why it's relevant, man. I want you to go deeper in this stuff too, fam. I really want you to go deeper in this stuff, fam. Here's another. Watch the mind warp. Watch this before I get up out of here. Watch the mind warp. You walking down the block, right? Regular old day. Brother and sister, they together. He's up in the front, she's in the back, or she's up in the front, he's in the back. They're not necessarily walking side by side, dealing with each other as a union, as a partnership. Nope. It's one of those, come on, let's go, keep up, that type of mentality, that type of attitude, that type of portrayal. Flip the script or whatever. Catch a brother with a white girl. Catch a sister with a white boy, whatever. Oh, they arm in arm. They clenched up. You can't separate them. They just hold hands, lollygagging, and smile as from ear to ear. And oh, they happy. They so happy. They're so happy. Oh man. I don't know what it is, man. All I'm gonna say is like, man, get it together, man. Because once again, black love is a cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Stay tuned to the next one, man. RMRBG TV. I know you got some comments for me, so put them in the box. Let's talk. Let's talk. Because this is a topic folks really don't want to talk about. You know why? Because their feelings is involved. Their feelings is involved. And then the whole, oh, well, I got such and such in me. I got such and such in me. How did that happen? You think this just happened because somebody in your recent family or whatever decided to go willingly give themselves and you just popped up on the scene. Nah, fam, that's been passed on from long ago. From the thought to the actual action, this shit's been passed on. You think something's different because it's 2016 going into 2017. Superficial thinking, man, will get you a superficial result every time. I'm out of here, man. Alright, BGTV, man. Keep it G, man. Uncle Jackson, that who talk on Black Power. Always remember that black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it.
Who wears the pants? I wear the pants.
I wear the pants.
You wear the pants?
I think we both wear the pants equally.
Okay, he wears the pants.
We're here today to do it's a tag going around YouTube. I think we're going to do a 50 facts, but I think that's too long for us. We're just going to go ahead and do like 20 facts. What?
20 facts, so that's 40.
No, I was saying like 20 facts split. So it's 10 facts.
No. Let's just do 20 facts.
Okay.
Do you know who the first person would have been had I not ever said that I liked him?
John Cena.
But you, I have you. Don't worry about
Better
John
than
Cena.
both of them.
That's right. Get first place, yeah.
I did another coat of tan for Mike, and as a wife, you know, I'm trying to make sure that he keeps his composure, he stays confident. So praying for him, speaking words of encouragement, not letting him speak anything negative, and just being there for them emotionally, spiritually, and mentally.
Keisha, and this is my husband, Josh. We're going to be doing the interracial husband tag.
I was like, I'm tired of dating. I hate dating. It sucks. I don't want to do it again. I want to be single the rest of my life.
Get the fuck out of my face! I don't give a fuck! I'm not fucking about stuttering nothing! I'm gonna fuck about none of that shit you talking about! Oh, you bitch! Hey, baby, get back to the fuck you want this! Nothing! So shut the fuck up, bitch! You mad at me? Fuck you! Yeah, I'm so weird, man! Now what is you touching me for? You're mad at me! You better cut me out! Quit touching me! Quit touching me! Hit me! You better quit touching me! You mad because I didn't have to tell you about it. You mad, bitch, because I took somebody else because your bitch ass wasn't available. I don't give a fuck. I told you, bitch, and you wasn't there, so shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, talk to me, you stupid bitch. I don't give a fuck. You my goddamn debit card. You my fucking debit card. Slamming my shit. Give me my motherfucking debit card. Give me my goddamn debit card. Look, give me my motherfucking debit card. Stupid bitch, $30 for that shit. You better stop hitting her shit. Bitch, I just like $31.
What is wrong with y'all? Over a song?
You just did. You just did. The fuck
I wouldn't suck your dick. I would eat a pussy before I suck your small dick, bitch. And I'm not gay. That's how you know you lying. I wouldn't even suck your dick. I would eat a pussy before I suck his little nasty dick. That shit with all that cheese on it. Fuck out of here. I've been stopped on you. I've been stopped on you. Prove it. Prove it. You a liar. Nobody don't want you. I got cheese on my dick, but you eating the cheese off my dick, though. But that's not the truth. Eating the cheese off my dick. And you suck blood out of me every day, bitch. You suck me when I'm bleeding. You suck my ass when it's shitty. That's what somebody like you get, you shitty mouth motherfucking bitch.
Once again, I am back. This is your brother and Google Nicey RNM RBG TV. Still talking on the topic of historical relevance. Now, you just seen the clip that you just seen at the very end, right? You just seen this very clip that you just seen at the very end, right? Now, of course, like I said in the very beginning, I'm talking to both sides of the paradigm, the brothers and the sisters alike, but I'm specifically targeting our sisters. You know why? Because again, you are teacher number one. You are teacher numero uno. You are the first teacher. You are the first supporter of each and everything that deals within your family. And I'll talk about the black body. That which you learn, that which you embrace is the same thing you're going to pass on to your children that come from you. So with that being said, that's why I show what I show. Now we're going to go here. We're going to go take it to this book right here. All right? Now, I don't give a damn what you got to say, because you know the famous rhetoric. Oh, he wasn't a real person. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. He never existed. But I'm telling you like this. You go outside after reading the words of this document, after reading the words of this book. You go outside in your local area, or go outside anywhere, especially anywhere in America. 3 Ks. Don't get it twisted. Go anywhere and prove the words in this book wrong. I dare you. Go anywhere in America dealing with black people, brothers and sisters or whatever, and prove this book to be wrong. Prove the fact that the natural order has not been reversed. And what I mean by the natural order, I'm talking about a black man being that of a man. I'm talking about a black woman being that of a woman. Tell me that the natural order has not been reversed and the roles have not been reversed. First it was by force. Now it's by willing choice. Now we do it on our own. We willingly submit ourselves to these stupid ass decisions. Why? Because our brains have been warped time and time again. Just like this book says. And just like the book says, if you do it efficiently, to the letter, if you keep these people under subjugation rule to the letter, if you keep their minds distorted to the letter, it will do its job on its own without you having to do anything for at least 300 years. Minimum. Now, allegedly, this was back in 1712, right? 2016. We're talking 304 years, going on 305 years come next year. It's been running itself, by itself, since then. And again, tell me this is not, you can tell me this is false all day long, but again, go outside, you can't prove it wrong. It is what it is. And the reason why I'm showing that is because, again, go into the text. It will show you how they put man against woman for their gain. Why they put man against woman. What was their purpose? Again, if we can't trust each other, if we can't see each other as equals and balancing of one another, you bringing something to the table, I'm bringing something to the table so we both can eat. We're gonna fight, we're gonna fuss, we're gonna rant, we're gonna rave, we're gonna go at each other constantly. And when we get tired of going at each other, we're gonna go away from each other. And where are we gonna end up back into, by default, if you will? The arms of those who put us against each other in the first place. And when they get tired of us, they'll throw us right back into the mix of each other so we can go at each other again and redo this whole thing all over again. Go at each other so much where we go away from each other. They get tired of us, they throw us back in the pool with each other in the deep end. We drowning, we suffering, we struggling, we going at each other again. To the point where we don't like it anymore, we go away. You see how this thing goes on and 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 on? I just wanted to throw that out there real quick, fam. I just wanted to throw that out there, fam. But again, like I said, I'm going to say this one more time. Going back to that physics exam. Everything will remain the same until something is met with an equal or greater oppositional force to counteract it, man. And I don't think at the moment, man, forget the moment, hell, history has shown and proved throughout the times, throughout the centuries, the decades, the months, the weeks, the days, the minutes, the seconds, how much we do not want change. We can cry like the best of them. We can shout like the best of them. But until that black man and that black woman come back together in perfect harmony, and when I mean perfect harmony, I'm talking about perfect for us, because we already know there is no so-called thing as perfection. We all have our flaws. But at the end of the day, we are perfect for each other, good, bad, and indifferent. So until we come back together, get that union popping and rolling so we need to do what we need to do, we will continue going down that slippery slope, that steep, slippery slope of bullshit. Come back home to each other, man. Again, black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. Again, black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. Again, black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. Stop being stupid. Now we gonna get up out of here, man. Again, thank you for walking with me the way you walk. I walk with you. You know how we do. RANMRBG TV. We keep it G. Your brother in Google, now you see RANM. 432, you know how we do. All in together now. Thinking ain't illegal, living black ain't wrong. Live by the code. Black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it.
Alright, don't tell me no slackness. Better you tell me about my blackness. You can't stop this. Ha. You think it's a piece of crap, this? Check it. Alright, I'ma tell them send me black, them send me too black for them. I'ma tell them send me hot, them send me too hot for them. Me still a go sing that song up on them track for them. I use the blackness to set a trend. Alright, me tell them send me black, them send me too black for them. I'ma tell them how me hot, them send me too hot for them. Me still a go sing that song up on them track for them. I work with the blackness and set a trend. Alright, Kushites, you know see them so me black. I'll keep bull and me no West Indian. No me no Arawak. See them place them take me from them better bring me right back. Well unfold no all the Thomas said them a bit black. Me love me blackness, me keep it intact. I'm blazing purging them no say me hot. Alright, yo, me keep it like that. Hey, as a matter of fact, tell them, me go tell them say me black, them say me too black for them. Me go tell them say me hot, them say me too hot for them. Me still a go sing the song up on them track for them. Cause righteousness a set a trend. Alright, me go tell them say me black, them say me too black for them. Me go tell them say me hot, them say me too hot for them. Me still a go sing the song up on them track for them. Cause blackness me use to set the trend. Alright, too black for them and them a wonder when me a refer. Blackness and me legacy, it cannot be measured. The color stand out no matter the time, no matter the weather. Nah, I true no pride. Me nah hide me color. Yo, nah go sell out for no dime or no dollar. Well, black is the highest, don't deny it. Are you a follower? Yo, black life, black spice, hail me black mama. Yo, Rastafari now. Alright, me go tell them some me black, them some me too black for them. Me go tell them some me hot, them some me too hot for them. Me still a go fight a tune up on them truck for them. Cause blackness is a set a trend. Alright, me go tell them some me black, them some me too black for them. Me go tell them how me hot, them some me too hot for them. Me still a go sing that song up on them truck for them. I use the blackness to set a trend. Alright, Kushites. Them no same so me black. I'll keep bull and me no West Indian. No, me no Arawak. Same place them take me from them better bring me go back. You know what unfold? No only Joe said them a bit lack. Yo, love me blackness, keep it intact. Yo, blazing on burning the place and never hotter. Alright, yo, me keep it like that, like on word bone. Yo, well hear the sound. Because tell them send me black, them send me too black for them. Because tell them how me up, them send me too hot for them. Me to log a fight that tune and find them truck for them. I use the blackness to set a trend. Okay, me to tell them how me black, them send me too black for them. Me tell them send me hot, them send me too hot for them. Me to log a sing that tune and find them truck for them. I use the blackness to set a trend. Alright, too black for them and them I wonder when me a ref for blackness is a me legacy. It cannot be measure. The color stand out no matter the time, no matter the weather. Now I true no pride, no me nah hide me color. And I go sell it for no dime or no dollar. Black of the highest, don't deny it. You a father, black life, black spice. Me go heal me black mama. Yo, Rastafari, no. Anyway, because tell them send me hot, them send me too hot for them. Because tell them how me black, them send me too black for them. Me still a go sing that song, ya on them truck for them. The blackness me use to set the training. Alright.